Welcome anyone to my YouTube channel. This is Ever, aka Two Beasts to Kill You, aka the Beast with the Least. And oh man, I've got a video for you today. Yeah, but let's go ahead and hit that intro. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. Bluepoint Games, the Sony-owned studio that they bought 5 years ago, gone. They are being shut down. PlayStation is shutting them down, and man, it is not going over well with the internet, like at all. Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and switch over to this. So, right here, this is a tweet from Shinobi602, but it's from a tweet from Jason Schreier, or just an article from Jason Schreier. Right here. Yeah, Sony acquired... Bluepoint Games is getting closed down, per Bloomberg. Sony acquired the studio just 5 years ago. You know, so... like, you buy the studio that just goes win after win after win, and then just decide, yeah, we're gonna shut you down. It's not good. Like, here's their Wikipedia page. You know, some of the games they made, or the games they made. And right here we got Blast Factor. I looked it up because I've never heard of that. But then they did the God of War collection, the Echo and Shadow of Colossus collection, Metal Gear Solid HD collection, the Nathan Drake collection, Gravity Rush Remastered. They did the remake of Shadow of the Colossus, which is really fucking good. They did the remake of Demon's Souls. I know there's a lot of people who don't seem to like it, but that Demon's Souls remake is superb. Like, yeah, probably the best remake of any game ever. Like, just hands down. Not only that, but, you know, they helped with certain games like PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, Flower, God of War Ragnarok. But this right here, Titanfall, they ported it over to the 360. Yeah, these guys were just, when it came to making good games, or not porting good games, or just games in general, they were just the best. Like, you would not find many people who would say, oh yeah, they're okay at it. No, every game that they touched or ported over, and then the two that they even remade, were just fucking phenomenal games. Specifically, like I said, Demon's Souls, which is just, yeah, yeah, like it's really just like insane that we have a studio that specializes in remakes and remasters and ports, and everyone wants to, you know, have more, you know, like popular games get ported and remade and remastered, and instead you're going to shut down the studio that they can do that. And apparently, because what happened was they were working on a God of War live service multiplayer game. Then it got, you know, obviously Concord happened, and that kind of scared Sony off, and they canceled a bunch of live service games. That was one of them. So it looks like that's why this studio got shut down. Their game got canceled, and then I guess they don't have a direction when, you know, it's like, well, you know what? How about just work on a Bloodborne remaster remake, or bring back the God of War collection? I know they're doing the God of War trilogy remake or whatever. I mean, that could have been them. You know, all the other God of War games, just straight up bring them over to the PlayStation 5. Spyro, or not Spyro. I don't know why I said Spyro. I meant Sly Cooper. You know, fucking any of the Ratchet and Clank, you know, Ratchet and Clank thing, collection. Like, you have all these games and IP that people love, And me, look, I'm more of an Xbox guy, obviously. I've said it on podcasts. I'm pretty sure I've said it in videos. And I will defend Xbox more so than a lot of other people because, they get a lot of flack. Does Xbox fuck up? Obviously. And do they need to be excoriated every so often? Yes, absolutely. But that, I'm still more of an Xbox guy. That does not take away that PlayStation makes so much good shit that I do love at the same time. God of War is in my top 5 franchises of all time. Yes, I'm not as big of a fan as God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, but that's something else. I love the Uncharted games. Wish we could get a new one. I would love a new Uncharted game. I mean, they set it up with his daughter and everything. His daughter could just take over. There's just so much that you could have had Bluepoint doing because, and too, with PlayStation looking like they want to port games over to PC and maybe possibly Xbox. You just have Bluepoint do it all, not just Nixus. You have Bluepoint, so you could really be pumping out those titles, but to make more money. I don't know. It's Herman Hulst put out the CEO, or the head of PlayStation Studios anyway. He put out a statement. So let me go ahead and read this to you. Hello, everyone. I wanted to share an important update from the studio business. As I mentioned in the December Town Hall, 2025 had some strong highlights within PlayStation Studios. Ghost of Yotei launched to critical and commercial success. Death Stranding 2 On the Beach further showcased our commitment to narrative excellence. And Helldivers 2 and MLB The Show continue to drive ongoing player engagement and revenue. At the same time, we're operating in an increasingly challenging industry environment. Rising development costs, slowed industry growth, changing player behavior, and broader economic headwinds are making it harder to build games sustainably. To navigate this reality, we need to continue adapting and evolving. We've taken a close look at our business to ensure we're delivering today while still well positioned for the future. As a result, we will be closing Bluepoint Games in March. This decision was not made lightly. Bluepoint is an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community. I want to thank everyone at Bluepoint for their creativity, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. Where possible, we will work to find opportunities for some impacted employees within our global network of studios. While I know this is hard news to hear, I'm confident in the direction we're headed. Creativity, innovation, and building unforgettable experiences for players remain at the heart of PlayStation Studios. We have a robust roadmap for fiscal year 26, with much to look forward to in the months ahead. Thank you for your hard work and continued support. Best, Herman Hulst. So, yeah. I mean, you see right there, they say that they are going to try and find some, work for some of the people, but obviously not everyone. I don't know how many people worked at the studio. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. I can't really. It looks like 80 people, 80 employees as of 2023. I don't know what it was as of this year, but at least 80 people. You can't say they're going to even give half those people new jobs or relocate them or whatever. Maybe 10%, 20%, 25%. Yeah. That's still at least, if 25%, that's still 60 people losing their jobs. Yeah. But again, also too, like I said, the internet is, they're not happy about this. So let me go ahead and show you this. This is just a tweet that I thought was kind of funny that somebody put out, talking about basically just a whole thing of the situation. He's quote tweeting the Wario64 tweet. But yeah, right here. Be Sony. Cooperate with with studio by commissioning PS3 game remasters for PlayStation 4. Remasters are very well received by players. Keep investing and working with the studio. Commission a Demon's Soul remake as a launch title for PS5. The remake gets good reviews from both players and critics. Buy the studio. Then, out of fucking nowhere, commissioned them to make some multiplayer garbage instead of remaking more PS3 hits or Bloodborne, which would have been a fucking grand slam, which players have been begging for years. The multiplayer garbage gets cancelled after the Concord level disaster. Still don't give a fuck about Bloodborne, which again would be a grand slam, even though you own the perfect studio for it because they did do the Demon Souls remake, so they know what they're doing with the Souls-like game. Then shut down the studio. Congratulations. You can now officially call yourself the fucking head of Sony Interactive Entertainment. So yeah, the internet's not happy about it. I've even seen the most ardent, just most the hardcore PlayStation fanboys just absolutely just they are not happy, and they're calling for Herman Holstead. They're like, they want him gone. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. He'd probably retire before he'd get fired. It's the same way like a lot of Xbox fanboys and PlayStation fanboys want Phil Spencer gone. Like, I think they'd end up having to leave before getting fired. So, yeah, it's all around just, again, the sheer incompetency to have such a talented studio that could do what they do, and to have the hunger that a lot of fans have for like different franchise, not just, like I said, I keep mentioning Bloodborne, which is like the number one remaster port that people would want to current gen consoles or fuck PC as well. But like, again, you have all these other franchises that you don't have to make new games. If you just make a remaster or a remake of it, people are going to be like, fuck, you know what, I want it. If you came out and were like, here's a Sly Cooper collection that was remastered or whatever, or fucking Jack and Daxter, fucking just anything, again, there's so many games, so many franchises, so many IP that, yeah, I it's mind-boggling. It's truly baffling. It's very and it's super disappointing too. That Bluepoint's gone, because I loved pretty much everything they were releasing, whether it was a remaster or those two remakes. Yeah, it's just sad. All right, but I'll go ahead and end the video there. I don't think I'll do all the rigmarole and everything. Just like, comment, subscribe, and all that. All right, peace.